I'm not even going to bother with the intro of saying how's everybody doing today because frankly there's no need to do that if you're going to be seeing the video here that I'm about to make regarding yesterday when it was revealed that Pat McAfee is the one that Randy Orton had called to help him against Cody Rhodes. There's been already more negative and a backlash against this than there is a positive online from WWE fans ever since yesterday. I want it to be known when I make this video, I am not by any means attacking Pat McAfee. I have nothing against the man. I don't hate him, never disliked him. But you have got to really understand the frustration a lot of fans, including myself, are having over the revelation that it was him that Randy Orton had called to set up and swerve Cody Rhodes. There were plenty of names given out. Fans speculated to who it could have been. Many speculated it was going to be the final boss, The Rock, that Randy Orton had called. That was probably the choice I had in my head. After all, it makes perfect sense. The final boss, The Rock, who has a history with Cody Rhodes, going all the way back to when Roman Reigns was the champion. And Cody Rhodes was heading into WrestleMania to complete the story. The final boss, The Rock. Being involved in this would have made more sense than what we got. He was also responsible for the John Cena heel turn after the Elimination Chamber match when John Cena attacked Cody Rhodes. It makes perfect sense to why the final boss, The Rock, would have been the choice that Randy Orton would turn to basically help him go after Cody Rhodes. Then there was Ted DiBiase Jr. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes had involvement with him back when they were part of the Legacy. Coming off the recent developments that Ted DiBiase Jr. was found not guilty in the charges that were mounting up against him to where he was going to go to jail for the rest of his life had he gone. And many wondered if Ted DiBiase Jr. was going to be the one to come in and help Randy Orton against Cody Rhodes. There were some other choices too. But yet WWE, TKO, they turned to Pat McAfee. It's not just the choice that people are having a hard time with. It's the fact that it happened on a SmackDown and it did not happen at WrestleMania during the match between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, which would have been saving the shock for the match that would come. It happens on a weekly random show. They didn't want to wait to the biggest pay-per-view of the year. They wanted to go ahead and give away the element of surprise. That is something right here that's going to make this match a notch down. It's going to take it a notch down because they took away the shock and awe. And they blew it. WWE, ever since TKO got involved with them, it's been speculated and believed by a lot of wrestling fans, they're going downhill creatively. I didn't even bother watching the full SmackDown last night. I can't even remember when I've ever seen a full show of theirs anymore. It's been quite a long time. The problem also, they neglected many people in their locker room that could have benefited from this. How many of their talents are not going to be used at WrestleMania that are going to be benched and they could not put somebody involved in this whole thing that badly needed a boost in their career? Think of what this could have done to a younger guy in that fucking locker room that has been sitting there the whole time going match after match after match, but is given no direction. Are you telling me they couldn't be interjected into this? Does TKO really hate WWE talent that much that they're going to neglect them and bring in somebody into the equation that is not a full-time wrestler? And on top of that, there's already reports out now that Pat McAfee, that if Randy Orton loses, he's done in wrestling, that being Pat McAfee. Way to give away the ending. Because now Randy Orton is going to beat Cody Rhodes. They're not going to get rid of Pat McAfee just yet. And if they do get rid of him, if Cody Rhodes gets the win, again, anything they do at this point is tainted by the selection of who they had that got interjected into this damn match, in this damn feud. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. The match now is going to have some problems. First of all, it isn't the ability. Both these men are going to put on a good wrestling match. I have no doubt in my mind that they will. So, realistically, it's going to be ruined creatively. Because now WWE, they took away the element of surprise. Even if someone else gets involved in this match, it's going to be tainted by their selection to have Pat McAfee be the one that Randy had called. And Pat McAfee, say what you will, he has a popular fan base. I will give him that. There are people that like his commentary, people like his style, but he is the wrong choice for this whole thing between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. He was not a good choice. And WWE, due to laziness, agenda, they let TKO dictate what was going to happen. Now pretty much the match is ruined. The only saving grace they have now is to go over a few possible outcomes. Somebody else will get involved in the match that Randy Orton secretly has asked to help in the event that Pat McAfee doesn't work out. Someone will get involved in the match and help Randy Orton beat Cody Rhodes. Or Cody Rhodes is going to get help from somebody on the outside. He's going to cheat to beat Randy Orton, thus setting up a double turn. Randy Orton gets put back into a babyface level while Cody Rhodes would become the heel. The double turn is something that rarely happens, but when it does happen, it's very refreshing. Double turns have made wrestling what it is, partly. But the other thing, if Cody Rhodes were to cleanly beat Randy Orton with no outside interference, all this will have been for nothing. That is the situation that they are stuck in with this match. And again, why did it have to happen with this on a SmackDown when they could have waited till the pay-per-view? Some of the best WrestleMania shock and awe moments happen in history to where they knew not to put that on a random show because they know it would have killed the momentum going into the WrestleMania pay-per-view where something shocking could have happened, but they would take it away. They knew better back then not to do that. When Stone Cold Steve Austin went out and faced The Rock, 2001, okay, nobody ever saw the angle coming where Vince McMahon would come out to the ring and help Stone Cold Steve Austin beat down The Rock, okay? But the point I make about this is it happened at a WrestleMania and not on a random show. They saved that shock and awe for that match. Yes, people were still confused when it happened, but it delivered, it was executed, and it would start one of the best heel runs of Stone Cold Steve Austin's career throughout that year. Or another moment where they swerved us. When Triple H faced Kane at WrestleMania and Chyna came out to the ring to try to align with her fellow corporate member Kane, what happened? Chyna ended up turning on Kane, realigning with Triple H and D-Generation X, even though we got swerved again, because during the match with X-Pac and Shane McMahon, Triple H and Chyna came out and attacked X-Pac and helped Shane McMahon get the win. Shock and awe at a WrestleMania. Or when Stone Cold Steve Austin beat Shawn Michaels and Mike Tyson was the special enforcer for the match. We were led to believe that Mike Tyson was going to cost Austin the match. Look what happened there. What happened to the powerful writing? What happened to the shock and awe delivery? Why did they have to do this on a random SmackDown? Are the ratings really that bad for their weekly shows that they say, screw it, we're going to go ahead and take the shock and awe, we're going to put it on a SmackDown, and that'll be that. Thus robbing what could have been a big moment at the biggest pay-per-view of the year. It's bad enough WrestleMania suffered with the two-night logic that they've had going away from years ago when we had one event on one night rather than two events on two nights. Does this company not realize what they did? It makes you wonder who's in charge of WWE. Is it TKO? Is it Triple H? Nobody knows. And now this match is tainted. I don't give a damn who wins a match now. I could care less. Ability-wise, I'm sure it's going to be a great match. Both Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are going to tell a story through ability, but now they just erase what they could have had, be interjected into the match with somebody in that locker room that we would never know coming out to the ring to help Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes. They blew it. And the WrestleMania card, average. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, that's just a continuation of last year's triple threat match where Seth Rollins was added to that match. I mean, the whole card really doesn't interest me. I don't care really what's going to happen now. I don't. But then again, I'm not able to watch WWE the way I once did. I can barely watch wrestling as it is now because I just don't care. I really don't. The longtime fans, they wanted somebody that would make sense to be interjected into this, and they got let down. That is what TKO and WWE thinks of the fan base now. They put whatever on TV, and us fans, doesn't matter if we're insulted, it doesn't matter if we call it out, we have to basically either accept it or don't watch it. This company has not been the same in years. And that is why fans are frustrated. The match is going to be good ability-wise, but creatively, I don't give a damn who wins this match now. I really don't. And again, as I said, I am not attacking Pat McAfee. But you all know it. Every smart fan knows it. He was not the right choice for this. He has nothing to do with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton whatsoever. It would have made more sense if it was someone who had a pass with either or both. And they blew it. And they wonder why it is that today's WWE product sucks. Not because of the ability, but because creatively it's a mess. And fans know it, and I know it. And it's time that wrestling fans need to stop clapping their hands in approval every time WWE puts something on and call it out for what it really is. Stop being a bunch of biased little brats and start being unbiased and call this shit out. Otherwise, don't call yourself wrestling fans. Either way, this has been my video. Way to go, WWE and TKO. I guess you can take Wrestlemania and you know what to do with it. Thanks again for watching my video.